MPBL, ang liga ng bawat batang Pilipino.
Liga ng bayan na to, mga kabataan na sugod, Junior, MPBL para sa'yo. Ang liga ng bawat batang Pilipino. Liga ng bayan na to, klaro na to, huwag kang sumuko sa gustong gawin. Isang pangarap, isang tagumpay, yeah. Gabay at pag-asa ng bayan, landas pagbabago, pag-asa, ikaw ang mahalaga. Iba't iba, pero isang halaga. Nagkakaisa, nagmamahalan, nagtutulungan. Liga ng bayan na to, mga kabataan na sugod, Junior, MPBL para sa'yo. Ang liga, laro ng bawat Pilipino. Liga ng bayan na to, mga kabataan na sugod, Junior, MPBL para sa'yo. Ang liga, laro ng bawat Pilipino. Liga ng bayan na to, huwag ka matakot, kaya mo bang akyatin ang mundo? Bawat bukas may pag-asa sa'yo, yeah. Ito ang tulay ng tagumpay para lumakas ang iyong loob, MPBL, araw mo na, laro na to. Liga ng bayan na to, mga kabataan na sugod, Junior, MPBL para sa'yo. Ang liga, laro ng bawat Pilipino. Liga ng bayan na to, mga kabataan na sugod, Junior, MPBL para sa'yo. Ang liga, laro ng bawat Pilipino. Liga ng bayan na to.
Junior MPBL, ang liga ng bawat batang Pilipino.
Liga ng bayan na to, mga kabataan na sugod, Junior, MPBL para sa'yo. Ang liga ng bawat batang Pilipino. Liga ng bayan na to, klaro na to, huwag kang sumuko sa gustong gawin.
Babalik tayo sa Antipolo Sports Hub for game number 4 ng ating 6-game schedule of this game day Saturday. Hatid sa inyo ng Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL ang liga ng bawat batang Pilipino. Tapos na nga po ang Cavite City and Valenzuela kaninang tanghali. The second game between the Antipolo JY Titans and the Muntinlupa JKLB RGG Infinite Basketball paparating naman sa atin ngayong hapon. Good afternoon sa inyong lahat. Jaime Mendihar, joined by, of course, the TikTok queen ng ating Junior MPBL, Daphne Cristobal. And I think it's our first time working together. Magandang hapon sa iyo, Daph.
Good afternoon, Sir Jaime. Yup, ito yung first time natin na magkasama sa panel. What an opportunity to cover itong ating fourth game for today.
Of course, ito nga pangalawang laban between the Antipolo JY Titans, ang may hawak ng home court dito sa Antipolo Sports Hub. And syempre, itong Muntinlupa JKLB RGG Infinite Basketball. Nakauna na nga ang Antipolo JY Titans in that 14 under division. This time moving dito sa ating 16 under. Pag-usapan na nga natin yung performances ng parehong koponan in their previous ball games, beginning with this hometown team of the JY Titans blowout victory against the Quezon Huskers.
As always, para dito sa ating 16 under, guys, again, yung main gunners nito nanggaling doon sa, kumbaga, naging unblemished record nila from the last season. Kaya yung core, hindi nahihirapan dito si Coach Kim Chua dito sa ating third season of the Junior MPBL. And again, ang record nila right now, they are on top of our team standings with 9-1 record sa ating South Division team standings.
Of course, yun naman yung gusto nilang kumapi. Twice to beat advantage heading into our playoffs. Dito naman tayo sa kabila, talking about the boys in green. Ito nga mga bata mula sa Muntinlupa. Ano naman ang nangyari sa kanilang previous ball game?
But actually sa kanila, they're currently riding on this back-to-back victory so far, something that they want to continue in today's ball game. Also, in their last victory over Quezon, they actually dominated the boards having 50 of 39. So doon pa lang, nakontrol lang talaga nila yung pacing on that game kontra Quezon.
So momentum clearly on both sides dito sa mga Antipolo and Muntinlupa. Malaman na nga natin who will be the victor dito sa ating 1600 division. Bato na natin kay Gio Cruz.
A very good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We welcome you here at Antipolo Sports Hub here in Antipolo City as we bring you Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL Season 3, ang Liga ng Bawat Batang Pilipino. 16 under division between Muntinlupa JKLV RGG Infinite Basketball and your Antipolo JY Titans. Now let us meet the starters first for Muntinlupa JKLV RGG Infinite Basketball. Starting at guard number 12, Andre Batan. To guard number 3, Dylan Ibarra. At forward number 4, Kirby Tabilangon. Other forward number 2, Drake Navarez. And at center, number 7, Justine Cruzada. The head coach is RJ Cabagnot, assisted by Mike Cruz. And now let us meet the starters for your Antipolo JY Titans. Starting at guard number 11, Sean Malquisto. To guard number 27, Curdy Victoria. At forward number 14, Chris Cordon. At power forward number 17, Jacob Soriano. And at center number 8, Kurt Rivera. The head coach is Kim Chua, assisted by Gene Vildiaza, Carl Castelloni, Tevi Zunias, Oliver Marquez, team manager Rafi Katigbak. Officiating this ball game, crew chief Dong Ramos, umpire 1 Raymond Padera, and umpire 2 Justine Santos. Junior MPBL Executive Director Mr. Jer Navarro. Junior MPBL Commissioner Mr. Kit Picasso.
Alok Tower starters dito sa ating 16-under matchup between Muntinlupa and Antipolo, the JKLV RGG Infinite Basketball, beginning this ball game with Batan Ibarra, Tabilangon, Navarez, and Cruzada. JY Titans naman will have Malquisto, Victoria, Cordon, Soriano, and Rivera to round out their 5. Of course, starters brought to us by Doride. Ang bola ng Pinoy, 2 ages up. 14 under kanina, this time around 16 under. The hometown team of the JY Titans, 9-1 sa team standing. Sabi mo nga kanina, Daph, no? Talagang riding yung kanilang momentum mula pa in the previous season. And certainly, Muntinlupa, yes, back-to-back victories, pero Antipolo, testing talaga sila dito sa ating matchup.
Yun na nga, dala-dala talaga din ng Antipolo JY Titans. Of course, the pride that they were able to carry on from the very first season already with Coach Kim Chua. Sabi niya nga din sa akin, no, parang sort of sinundan niya yung mga players niya. Back-to-back heartbreakers for Coach Kim Chua. Always sweeping the elimination round, and then all of a sudden sa playoffs, dun siya nagkakaroon ng heartbreaker, no? So this time, dito sa ating 16 under, mas gusto nila na ibahin yung storya.
Certainly, dahil yung mga matututunan mo nga from those heartbreaks. Alam mo yan, dati. Pag magaling ng heartbreak, marami ka talagang pwedeng mapulot. Gusto mo namang maiwasan dito sa mga panibagong season.
Iiwasan talaga at madadala ka pa.
Yan. A 4-0 start para dito sa Antipolo. Sasagutin naman ng end 1, I believe. Continuation given dito. As Rivera will be called for his first, and Tabilangon on the line for a bonus free throw.
You know, knowing that you're going up against a top seed or Antipolo, it is really a must for you to start strong or immediately dictate the game. Dahil katulad nga kanina, no, doon sa 14 under games natin, na kahit na meron silang season, nahirapan din talaga sila i-contain yun, knowing na strong start yung in-implement ng sistema ng Antipolo.
Nakikita mo naman yung urgency na pinapakita din dito ng Antipolo, and by drums pa silang baon dito. Sino ba namang hindi gaganahan? This is the type of start like you pointed out, Daph, na if you are the top of the standings, ayaw mo rin naman mag-relax. Right? Gusto mo pa rin iparamdam, and maybe this is a matchup that we might see down the road even at the end of the elimination. Si Rivera gets the first. So that attempt by Tabilangon pala kanina wasn't an end one. It was just 2 free throws on that penetration as Rivera hits 1 of 2. Looking to run are the green shirts. Ball is deflected. It will stay with Muntinlupa. Over a minute gone by dito sa ating first period.
Look at that disciplined defense, which Antipolo is immediately showcasing here. Napahirapan agad itong side ng Muntinlupa.
We go inside. Kick out. Ibarra. So tend to shoot para sa Muntinlupa. This is Batan. Almost losing it. Recovers just in time to get his first field goal of the ball game.
Love the patience of this kid to really navigate his way in. He was opting to go for some passes as well, but immediately just cleaning up his own mess.
Attacking the basket. Met at top. That's a good clean block para sa Muntinlupa. Sila 2-point lead though para sa Antipolo. Attacking baseline, maybe a bit too deep there para kay Tabilangon. Takbo tayo sa kabila. This is Malquisto. Look at that move! Deceptive talaga tong si Sean, no? Veterano na rin, syempre, sa ating junior MPBL.
Yup, that's actually his favorite move. Yung sidestep na yon, gamay na gamay niya at hindi matatawagan ng travel. Talking about Sean Malquisto with that sidestep move.
This is Ibarra. This pass stolen away by Victoria. Siya naman ang aatake. Shot just a bit too strong. Long rebound. Trying to recover are the JY Titans. Picked up here by Cordon. Able to get it ahead to Malquisto. That familiar move once more. Gets the ball back. Shot clock is down to 4. They look inside. Rivera gets fouled from behind. Couple free throws coming up once again para kay Kurt.
Gandang feed ang ginawa nitong si Sean Malquisto. He was trying to navigate his way in as well. Pero yun, that sidestep move.
Sabi mo, kabisado na nito ni Sean Malquisto. Of course, our fast break of the game brought to us by Larga International Logistics Incorporated.
Talking about the connection between Sean Malquisto and Rivera, although Rivera would have to shoot some free throw shots.
So, hindi niya pa magamay ang kanyang free throw range. Although there to clean it up was Jacob Soriano. Tabilangon, scoops it up and in. Agara naman ang bawi dito ng Muntinlupa. The lead trimmed down to 5. Full court pressure once more para dito sa Muntinlupa. Cordon will be called for steps that time around. Medyo nagmadali.
Well, we also know the potential of this kid. Talking about si Chris Cordon, who has been also with Antipolo since the first season. Homegrown talent din yan. Doon yung loyalty niya.
Talagang Antipolo, hindi ka mauubusan din ng player dito eh. Loose ball picked up by Muntinlupa. Trying to run every time. Takderan, baseline jumper, gets it to fall.
Batan also doing everything to help his team out. Not just really completely scoring, no? Pero yung mga simpleng pag-box out para malibre yung kakampi niya.
That pass intended for Batan. Medyo napalakas lang. But you did point out, ito nga si Batan, that yes, he can score, but more effective din siya pag hinahanap niya or siniset up niya yung kanyang mga teammates in the previous instance.
Several times na yun na ina-allow niya rin talaga malibre yung mga teammates niya. Very selfless point guard.
Kisto atake muli. Drawing the contact. Couple more free throws coming up para dito sa Antipolo. This time it's Sean Malquisto.
Several team fouls already on the side of Muntinlupa. We actually have no choice so far to really stop yung aggressiveness ng Antipolo na sa pag-atake.
That's exactly what you want to do if ikaw naman itong JY Titans. No? Talagang on attack mode sila. The beginning of this ball game. As Malquisto gets the first to fall. Lead is up to 4 now, 11-7. 5:59 remaining dito sa ating first period. 1 out of 2 once again. Kapilangon gets trapped. Almost turns it over. 2 seconds to get this ball across para sa Muntinlupa. Another drive to the basket. Strong to the hoop is Edu Racines.
I like how Muntinlupa has been hustling so far. Parang unbothered sila na ang kinakalaban nila ay number 1 South Division team standings.
If there's one thing about this Muntinlupa team, no, you pointed that out, Dap, na yun nga, it's easy to get intimidated dahil yung, alam mo nasa taas. Yung kalaban mo, may home court mga advantage. As we see Victoria getting this finger roll. Answering para sa JY Titans, our first and 1 in this ball game.
Narinig tayo nitong si Victoria with his pound-for-pound fitness foul-counted move.
And this is one kid that has been kind of yung talagang consistent all throughout itong ating season number 3. I think yung opensa niya, mas kalmado, mas nagiging relaxed na, just knows how to find his way around the basket.
Yep, really talking about consistency. Curdy Victoria averaging 14.9 points per game, 4.7 rebounds, and 2.8 assists. So, ganun all around itong si Curdy Victoria for Coach Kim Chua.
Lima, inahabol ng Muntinlupa. This is Patan. Has 3 to work with. Has to put it up. Great coverage there from Rivera. Shot clock violation itatawag dito against the JKLV RGG Infinite Basketball.
Would credit that one again with that disciplined defense for Antipolo JY Titans. Muntinlupa unaware that the shot clock winded down in that sequence.
Dinidiinan na rin itong Antipolo ang kanilang depensa.
Napahirapan talaga itong Muntinlupa.
This is Victoria. Pull up. That one is blocked by Racines. So, sabi din naman ng Muntinlupa, pwede rin naman. Kaya rin naman namin sa depensa to. This time around, the JY Titans are setting up this full court pressure.
Earlier, they were sort of successful on that one kasi imagine, just 2 seconds para may tawid yung bola. But right now, they were able to break the trap immediately and even converted with that fast break chance.
Preha connecting with Takderan. Tabahan na naman sa tatlong kalamangan dito.
So that's the 4th point already of Takderan for Muntinlupa.
Patan coming up with a steal. Racines ahead of the pack. But it's finished with the left. But Patan there for the follow.
Yung sinasabi natin na hustle player talaga. Pwedeng-pwede nang makuha yung fast break chance sign, but Patan was there for that cleanup job.
Victoria losing his footing. San Gabriel setting up Victoria. Pass just a bit too strong. Pull up. Just a bit too short there para kay Sumikyab. And loose ball foul tatawag dito kontra Antipolo.
But the best defense here for San Gabriel went too aggressive, called for a foul. And again, this is just a 1-point game. Quarter number 1.
I believe Antipolo led by as much as 7 the early part dito sa ating first period. Talagang mainit ang kanilang panimula. Another short shot there para kay Sumikyab. Takbo na naman ang Muntinlupa. Bibit-bit and getting the finish is Paulo Elicot.
Elicot with helping Muntinlupa to take over the lead for the first time here on this ball game.
Patan na naman. Ganda ng panimula dito ni Andre.
So this is already a 6-0 run on the side of Muntinlupa. Antipolo failing to respond. Mukhang medyo yung momentum sa opensa nasa side ng Muntinlupa.
Just like that, tatlo na ang kalamangan dito ng Muntinlupa rather. Although penalty na ang kanilang koponan.
Imagine, no sir, I'm just observing din itong bench ng Muntinlupa. They only have 9 players to play in today's ball game. Unlike dito sa Antipolo, mas mahaba or mas maraming masya-shuffle na player si Coach Kim Chua. So far, itong first 5, already providing quality minutes for Coach RJ Cabangon.
That's a good point, Duff, no? Dahil yun nga, kung siya man player mo, right, and the type of energy that you're kind of putting in, in the first 10 minutes pa lang para lang makasabay dito sa ano rin na energy and intensity ng Antipolo JY Titans. Let's see if they can sustain.
Yeah.
Kaya trapping nga talaga itong depensa ng Antipolo. That pass by Takderan, just a bit wayward. Intended para kay Kyle Pacana.
Sorry attempt there with that dish. Napasobra. Akala ata 6-footers.
Well, Kyle, kilala na rin natin yan sa Junior MPBL. Sidestep maneuver. Getting the bounce is Aaron Sumikyab.
Much needed bucket there at the side of Antipolo. Sabi nga natin, hinahanap natin yung response nila sa opensa.
They will retake the lead, 18-17 now. So 2:22 left in just our first period. Pulling up for Trey. Off to the left. Picked up by Takderan. The shot. Still won't fall. Takbo dito ang Antipolo. Sumikyab na naman. Able to set up for this 3-ball and getting it to fall is Eli Orga.
Eli, just the momentum killer here for Muntinlupa. Much needed triple here on the side of Antipolo to take over the lead once again.
Still 2:04 remaining dito sa ating first quarter. Antipolo JY Titans 21, Muntinlupa JKLB RGG Infinite Basketball 17. After Muntinlupa, nakuha yung kalamangan 17-16. This mini run naman para sa JY Titans. Kung hinahanap nga nating responde, Racines will be denied. Ali will look to run para sa Antipolo. Able to escape and get the bucket.
Ali showcasing Muntinlupa, the real sidestep move. Successful in that attempt, making this a 6-point game. But responds with a triple this time. Galing naman kay Racines.
Gusto ko yung response dito ni Racines dahil nasupal siya in that previous attempt. Although Orga left wide open once again and you don't do that against Orga.
Second triple coming from Eli Orga for Antipolo.
Ikot floats it up, uses the glass. High scoring ball game nakikita natin dito na 26-22 now. Still a minute and 15 remaining dito sa ating first period. Orga this time will attack. High setup job, getting clipped. This Jared Cortez.
Finally, both teams would have a quick pause or a quick break kasi nga ang bilis na nung pacing. Palitan lang sa opensa. Every time na may bucket din itong Antipolo, quick to respond din itong side ng Muntinlupa. They don't want actually na lumaki yung kalamangan dito ng Antipolo.
Nakakasabay nga so far, no? Pero you did point out yung rotation dito ng Muntinlupa. Not a lot of players on their bench. So, itong pace ba to is really kind of, yung madadala mo rin ba in the succeeding quarters?
Yeah, for sure. Especially in the fourth quarter. Doon talaga yung magiging test yan. Kung ganito rin na kadikitan yung larong to.
Full pressure na naman. Almost causing a turnover. Another ball is deflected. Couple of seconds once more to get this ball across. For the boys in green, Coach Kim Chua, of course. At the helm para sa Antipolo JY Titans. Preha, at tap, able to release it. Racines na naman! Orga nakadalawa. Edu also has a couple of threes here in the first.
Clean three, courtesy of that screen as well. Galing dito kay Tasderan.
Lead cut down to 1. A lost opportunity there para sa Muntinlupa. Double black eye pa nga dito. Siya na ang natamaan. Talking about itong si Justine Nebreja. Kaya naman that Racines 3-ball kanina. No hesitation for Edu.
Edo with the hot hands as well on the side of Muntinlupa.
Ali misfires on that first. Free throws, kalahati. 6 out of 12 here para sa JY Titans.
Pero ito, Racines with 8 points so far. 6 points coming from the shot beyond the arc.
Lane violation on that second free throw, so it did go in, pero our officials say it shouldn't count. Stepping on that free throw line was Ali. Another steal para sa Antipolo. Hang time move, but that won't work para kay Ellie.
That was a bit fancy for Ellie.
Trying to look inside. Victoria, napalakas na naman. Sorry, miss para kay Curdy.
Couple of misses, wasted chances here on the side of Antipolo. Let's see how Muntinlupa will try to answer from this.
Sines, tamang heat check lang. Missing underneath though was Nebreja. Diyan na nga mauubos ang ating oras dito sa ating first period. High octane offense for both these teams. 26 to 25. A 1-point advantage para dito sa Antipolo JY Titans. Look at some highlights brought to us by Chef's Magic.
So far, Sean Malquisto also leading the way, manning the offense here on the side of Antipolo JY Titans. But of course, Curdy Victoria with his move and contribution for Coach Kim Chua. But let's also not forget on the side of Muntinlupa, meron kang tulong galing dito kay Tasderan. And also, Racines with 8 points, a hot start also leading the way on the side of Muntinlupa for Coach RJ Cabagnot.
RJ nga trying to work with this short rotation. They are just within one at the end of the first. 26 to 25. Antipolo up by 1. Babalik tayo sa Antipolo Sports Hub for the 16 under South Division matchup between the Antipolo JY Titans and the Muntinlupa JKLB RGG Infinite Basketball. Abante nga ng isa ang Antipolo at the end of our first period. Makbakan ka agad ngayong tanghali for both these teams. Another steal off the hustle move as Victoria. And I believe this is Tabilangon. Medyo nagkaroon ng konting lambingan dito.
Ang maagang lambingan to ngayong Sabado. Kaya our referees would have a closer look with what happened in that last sequence. Sayang, chances sana yun for a bucket on the side of Muntinlupa.
They got tangled up and Tabilangon and Victoria. But you did say, Daph, no? Yung kumbaga nakatakas na sana that easy layup prior that whistle, but instead they will have to decide what the actual call would be. Was Tabilangon with the possession. He was able to release it already.
Parang nagtiniklik si Victoria.
The official right there calling for an unsportsmanlike foul.
But, you know, just take note na itong Antipolo with a 9-1 record, sila yung top 1. Pero itong Muntinlupa, 4-5 in the 7th of our team standings. Pero so far, just a 1-point game dito sa ating quarter number 2. I wonder kung anong ibibigay talaga na final call ng ating referees.
And banggit nga din natin kanina, Daph, no, that this could be a matchup down the road dahil if Antipolo JY Titans will remain atop of our standings as they are currently in, syempre yung 8th spot, yes, may dadaanan pa ring play-in yan dahil nga sa setup ng ating season number 3. However, if Muntinlupa will slide to that 8th spot and secure that 8th spot, pwedeng magharap din itong dalawang to sa ating first round of the playoffs.
So if you're Muntinlupa, you would really prefer to continue your back-to-back victories and make this 3 consecutive victories.
So just waiting for the official call, but it does appear that both players will be called for an unsportsmanlike foul.
Great call from our referees actually. Dahil nga, hindi lang naman simpleng trap yung nangyari to. Nakita natin may bawian between Tabilangon as well as Victoria.
So both players will have to take that mandatory 3-minute break. And ito na nga, Tabilangan is reminded that he will need to take a seat.
Tabilangon with 3 points so far. Meanwhile, Victoria, the top scorer for Coach Kim Chua with 7. Yung 3 minutes na yun, ang daming pwede mangyari knowing that this is a fast-paced ball game.
Trap pa rin ang Muntinlupa dito. They are up by 1, 27-26. Rivera inside, just patient in that move.
Alam mo si Rivera, para siyang si Duterte from last season, no? You would love how, parang kung ikaw yung point guard, gustong-gusto mo siyang i-feed underneath.
Balik na naman ang kalamangan sa Antipolo, 28-27. Pasines, set a couple of threes. Takberan, kick out, Ibarra. The 6 to shoot now. Another penetration para sa Muntinlupa, converting those 2 points. Taking the lead back para sa Muntinlupa.
Muntinlupa has been really trying to maximize the 24 shot clock and using or creating the best shot possible on their end. And so far, successful sila dun.
Patient ng execution nila. Hindi sila na parang akala mo nagmamadali na sila, but still, like you said, able to find a shot that best fits. Ibarra to get it across. Just 7 to shoot now. Rasiles knows it. Almost a steal and tuluyan na nga maaagawan ni Orga. A 2-on-1. Losing the leather though was Antipolo. Rivera will recover, banging bodies. Napalakas ang kanyang tira at babalik ang bola, or it will stay rather dito sa JY Titans.
Talking about the field goal here, ang taas na efficiency dito ng Muntinlupa, having 59% with Antipolo at 47. Yung sinasabi natin na kinukuha nila yung best shot sa posible para sa side ng Muntinlupa.
Sumikyab. Now Malquisto. Back to Sumikyab. His floater will rattle in.
Not the best defense portrayed on the side of Muntinlupa. They knew that was coming but they were a bit stunned at wala nang dumepensa sa atake na yun.
Palitan ng lamang dito sa ating second period. Now the JY Titans back up by 1. Shot clock is down to 11. Navarez will take a seat. Back in the ball game is Andre Bathan. Performed well in that first period. Ibarra. Swing it. Nebreja open in the corner and gets the 3 to fall.
Nebreja with that corner 3 all alone. Immediate 5 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists all around showing so far for Nebreja for Muntinlupa.
Gandang hustle move para dito kay Jacob Soriano. Setting up Aaron Sumikyab. We're tied at 32 now. 7-14 to play dito sa ating first half. Basan finds Nebreja underneath. Medyo dumulas sa kanyang kamay. Sumikyab looking for a friend. Maaagawan ni Basan and scores over Rivera.
Bathan coming off the bench, love the hustle to stop that sequence on the side of Antipolo. Kaya ngayon sila ang lamang dito, just really taking advantage of Victoria still seated on the sidelines.
That's exactly what you need to do. Pag wala naman talagang Victoria, ito talaga yung oras na pumukpo ka talaga dahil I'm sure Victoria won't, mandatory yung break niya eh. Hindi naman talaga ito gustong iupo ni Coach Kim Chua as much as he can. Right?
Yeah.
So, okay, you take this break if ikaw itong Muntinlupa. Casines from way downtown, off to the right.
Sayang, Nebreja was all alone again here in the corner. Earlier, he was able to create a 3-pointer. Di lang nakita.
Init din kasi si Racines from beyond the arc. Eh, feeling it. Agustin in for the first time. Marquisto. Nice find to Rivera. Ano naman yung connection nun?
They've been really trying to activate their strength. Talking about dito side na Antipolo, Rivera. Pero ito naman, fast break chances. Hurting Antipolo with those conversion from Muntinlupa.
Ganun kaganda yung attempt dun ni Rivera na wala na nakababa. As Muntinlupa will misfire. That was Ibarra. Another opportunity created as Eligot. Able to score yet another para sa Muntinlupa. Mapapatawag na ng timeout ang Antipolo JY Titans. Down by 4 now.
Eligot securing that one for Muntinlupa the second time around. Not wasting it and making sure that will be converted on their end.
Back with the last 5 and 43 dito sa ating second period. The Muntinlupa able to create a bit of separation dito. Up by 4, 38 to 34. Tuloy-tuloy pa rin ang kanilang full court pressure. That time around, easily broken by Antipolo as Cordon gets bumped. That's a type of response naman. Hanap mo if ikaw ang JY Titans dahil may konting momentum na nabubuo dito sa Muntinlupa.
Pero just observing the free throw shot so far, isang beses pa lang napadala sa free throw area itong side ng Muntinlupa. Meanwhile, ito, 7 times na on the side of Antipolo.
Another miss though from the charity stripe. That time, Chris Cordon. Misfiring. Another one coming his way. Makes up for the earlier miss. Mabasa tatlo kalamangan dito, 38 to 35. Batan. Swing it. Nebreja. This time will attack the baseline. Kick out. Ibarra finds himself open and gets another 3 para dito sa Muntinlupa. That's 3-pointer number 4 now para sa JKLV RGG Infinite Basketball. Cordon answers with a lefty layup.
Taking it easy. Talking about itong si Chris Cordon scoring his first field goal here of this match.
Lead at 4 now as an offensive foul will be whistled. An illegal pick, it appears. Takderan will be called for his second personal.
Pero observing both of our coaches, hindi pa nila binabalik itong si Victoria.
Good feed from Cordon but Rivera with a miss. Racines runs it para sa Muntinlupa. Through the middle. Kick out Batan. Great defense once more para sa JY Titans. Hindi ka na naman makaagaw that time around. A bit overzealous was Andre Batan. Called for a personal.
First personal foul here, talking about Batan. Pero ito si Racines, no conversion yet. Kundi ako nagkakamali dito sa ating second quarter. All of his 8 points came from chapter number 1.
So imagine that, no? Yung top scorer mo nga in that first period. Medyo malamig pa dito sa second, but abante pa rin ng iyong opponent. Several players able to chip in so far here para sa green shirts. And if you're facing a squad like Antipolo, hindi din talaga pwedeng isa, dalawang player lang talaga yung pupukpok para sa koponan mo eh.
A lot of players need to help their team out. Well, so far, ganun naman yung nangyari with this scoring kalat nga for both of these teams. Victoria also limited by just 7 points.
This time around, it's Muntinlupa's turn to call for a timeout. Still holding on to this 3-point lead with 4 and 11 dito sa ating second. A little over 4 minutes na nalabit dito sa ating second period. Racines, medyo matulis on that attempt. This is Tabilangon back in the ball game after serving that mandatory 3-minute break. Agara naman ng kanyang opensa.
What a return here, talking about Tabilangon. He knew what was missing, I guess, during the past few minutes of the second quarter, immediately responding after having a different point of view, I guess.
Agustin getting his own miss and getting his first bucket of the ball game. Victoria actually bumalik na rin para sa JY Titans. Right on cue for the two players that introduced themselves to each other. That earlier skirmish. Nagbabalik for both their teams. Tabilangan though will be called for steps.
Alam mo, really need to observe this matchup talking about Victoria and Tabilangon.
Yan eh. Nga, nakilala na nilang
Kilala
isa't isa
na eh. Parang mark na eh.
Sumikyab. Lilipad. Denied. Ibarra able to get it ahead. Tabilangon just slowed down enough to elude the defense of Malquisto.
Literally don't poke the pair. Talking about Tabilangon with his 4 points off the bench here in quarter number 2.
Was Taktiran with the rejection. Patana with a setup job from Ibarra.
Just fast break points. Holding on and taking advantage of Muntinlupa here in the latter part of the second quarter.
Taktiran really disruptive on the defensive end para dito sa Muntinlupa kanina. A couple of denials this time around. A deflection stopping that break for Antipolo.
Just like that, already 7-point lead for Muntinlupa.
Their biggest so far in this ball game, Agustin. Itong dalawang players na to, Malquisto and Agustin, lumaki dito sa ating junior MPBL, both literally and figuratively. Connecting in that instance, giving us a move brought to us by Pound for Pound Fitness, Billy Garedi.
You know, just observing din itong si Sean Malquisto, laki din ng improvement niya, no? In terms of his court vision as a guard, really allowing also his teammates to shine in every possession. But Angelo Agustin, is what you've mentioned from the 14 under ng inaugural season, ngayon nasa 16, at mukhang next season, mapupunta na siya sa 18.
And you know, we always talk about that, Daph, no? Yung, syempre, mula pa ng season 1, we've been blessed to be able to have a chance na makover nga itong mga batang to. And when you see them kind of moving from one division to the next, di ba? Whether that be 14 to 16, 16 to 18, and even yung mga 18 papunta ng D-League. Di ba? Parang sarap din sa pakiramdam. And you kind of see how they grow in terms of their character more than yung kanilang gameplay na talaga rin naman sumasabay when they are also growing older.
Every season, makikita mo not just improvements, no, but also the changes for these players. Masasabi ko sigurong graduate na ako dito sa Junior MPBL. Pag sila Travis Pascual, yung mga 14, nakapaglaro na ng 21 under. Talaga.
And imagine them na nakikita na rin natin playing for the country as well.
Yeah.
So, just the platform that Junior MPBL really provides in terms of their development as well. As an end one once again, that time around, San Gabriel getting a basket para sa Antipolo JY Titans. Able to cut the lead down to 48 to 44 with a bonus free throw coming his way. Take another look at that move. Parang ang hilig ng Antipolo sa ganung galaw eh.
Gusto nila yung mga foul counted move, no? So far, great contribution here for San Gabriel to score his first bucket for Antipolo. And talking about the scoring for both of these teams, not solely relying on a single player, but everyone really making sure that they could chip in points here.
Approaching the 2-minute mark here dito sa ating second quarter. Makana open for 3. That short. Long rebound. Agawan. Patan almost picking it up. As San Gabriel trying to get it to Curdy Victoria. The ball will go back to Muntinlupa.
Ganito si Batan, tahimik lang, pero 11 points na yan para dito sa side ng Muntinlupa.
The lone player in double figures for either team. Batan, that time throwing the contact and continuation given. Andre Batan, the presence of mind, no? Narinig niya yung pito, Duff eh. So, bakit nga naman hindi?
Hindi ko sure kung narinig niya ba yung pito o yung pinag-uusapan natin siya with a pound-for-pound fitness foul count and move. 13 points. Talking about Batan here on this ball game.
Parang narinig niya nga siguro na parang hindi pa ako kota. Yung 11 na yan, dadagdagan ko pa yan.
Imagine just observing his stats. Average minutes niya, 13 minutes lang per game. Halos 14 minutes ngayon. 13 minutes na siya naglalaro. Pero 5.9 points per game. With right now, 13 already.
Victoria gets the 3 to fall. Badly needed para dito sa Antipolo. Pamuli sa tatlo ang kalamangan.
Speaking of double-digit scoring, ito naman Victoria with 10 points after the 3-pointer.
Narinig din daw. Adjusting mid-air there was Navarez, as another foul will be called contra Muntinlupa, and that will mean free throws. Down the other end of the floor, take another look. Power rebound from San Gabriel as Victoria. All the confidence in the world.
Don't really know now from that ano pa lang sa follow through niya, alam mong shoot na eh. Talking about Victoria and right now shooting some shots from the charity stripe.
Minsan sa form nga talaga, no? You just know. For some reason, no? Sa bitaw pa lang ng player. 5 straight para dito kaya Curdy Victoria. Antipolo now down by just 1. Pull up from Tapilangon, that's off. Able to track down his own miss. Turn around, tough shot. Ayaw pa rin.
So great attempt coming from Tapilangon, although missing 2 attempts in that last sequence.
Ali, kukunin muli ang kalamangan dito para sa Antipolo. Up by 1 now, 52 to 51. Batan, his floater. Get it up. Kontra kay Rivera. San Gabriel, they have the numbers. Aggressive move from Ali. That won't fall. Navarez. Ahead to Batan. Challenging Victoria. Gets denied. The follow. Won't fall para kay Navarez. Takbo naman tayo sa kabila. San Gabriel with a spin. Stolen away by Pacana. Racines. Bibit-bit. And gets the bucket.
Dinala buong bahay. Talking about Racines. With that game clock winding down. Best way to finish on the side of Muntinlupa to take over the lead.
Eto, Racines. Gusto ko yung term mo doon. Bit-bit ang buong bahay. Paano mo nga naman mapipigilan? Ganda rin na nilalaro. Nedo Racines as we look at some highlights brought to us by Chef's Magic.
Just observe ito side ng Muntinlupa. Not really the best start dito sa ating second quarter, pero latter part nakita din natin mas gumagana na sila with those fast break points. Also leading the way was Batan for Muntinlupa. Meanwhile, Victoria with the triple earlier. Coming off the bench after resting for quite some time. 3 minutes din na pahinga ngayon itong si Victoria, but still lead goes on the side of Muntinlupa with that finish.
At the end of 20 minutes, it's 53 to 52. Muntinlupa will take with them a 1-point lead heading to the second half. At the half, it's 53-52. Antipolo JY Titans trailing by 1 kontra the Muntinlupa JKLB RGG Infinite Basketball dito sa ating 16 under South Division matchup. As we look at a couple of highlights just before we break it down for you mula pa rin dito nga sa Antipolo Sports Hub. That was Victoria with that end one earlier. A dozen para kay Curdy dito sa ating first half. And dito naman sa kabila, it's Edo Racines doing some damage. A couple of three-pointers and fast breaks para dito sa Muntinlupa. Despite being the 7th dito sa ating team standings, they are leading against the top team dito sa ating South Division. And mga numero dito, Dafa, what stands out para sa'yo?
Well, just taking a look at itong ating field goals, lamang 53% with 51 on the side of Muntinlupa. Well, 3 points di naman nagkakalayo but more attempts happening on the side of Muntinlupa dahil nararamdaman natin yung momentum, no? O yung rhythm by Batan and Racines. But the rebounds up by 5. Itong Muntinlupa 25-20. But again, with those numbers, it really shows kung gaano kadikitan itong ating first 2 quarters. But talking about those fast break points, wala yan dito sa ating halftime stats, no? But here, dito sa ating link, no, you would see 14 fast break points on the side of Muntinlupa with no conversion on the side of Antipolo, something that Antipolo needs to work on. Probably to stop it or sila mismo magkaroon ng ganong opportunity to convert.
Just about ready to resume our second half of action as we look at our fan of the game brought to us by Truty Iced Tea, spotting someone in the crowd who's been cheering non-stop, full of energy and bringing all the good vibes here in this game. And you know what they say, the coolest fan deserves the coolest iced tea. Congratulations to our fan of the game. You're getting a refreshing treat from Truty Iced Tea, a no sugar added iced tea. Stay true with Truty Iced Tea, the goodness of iced tea without the sugar. Pero yung tamis naman ang hindi nagkukulang sa laro natin so far. 53-52. May mga ibang laro tayo na covered na. Ito na yung final score eh. Ganito na after 4 quarters, ito na. Pero dito, just 2 quarters for both these teams to be able to put these points up. And I would say, hindi naman siya for a lack of defense. Talagang yung parehong kupunan lang. Showing that sense of urgency. Knowing how important it is to get a win dito sa ating laro. Particularly dito sa Muntinlupa, just playing with 9 players. Pero kita mo naman yung performance nila in that first 20 minutes.
9. Again, they are in the 7th spot. But right now, observing here in quarter number 3, ito na yung bantayan o yung matchup na sinasabi natin talking about Victoria and Tabilangon.
Dribbling it off his foot, though. Picked up by Ali. Will tend to work with. Ball is deflected and stolen away by Racines.
Not the best way on how you would want to enter here in quarter number 3 with a turnover. Talking about dito sa side na Antipolo.
Tapilangon throws it away. So Mikyab speeding through. Gets the bucket. May foul pa away from the basketball. It was after Sumikyab was able to get that layup.
That would be a basket and 1-A review.
Not quite sure what our officials saw there. Mukhang yung trailing player. So Sumikyab was all alone. Oh. Now I see. Mukhang mapapasama pa ata dahil it did appear that it happened before the layup attempt was made.
May chance pang hindi ma-count yung bucket na yun with that extra bump.
Libreng-libre na si Sumikyab. I don't think that was necessary.
Yeah.
Our officials did catch it immediately. I believe that was Ellie Orga.
Yeah, that was Ellie.
Just waiting on the official call. If the basket will count.
Number 99, Ellie Orga is first. First team down on the ball, JY Titans.
Okay.
Yeah. So, yep, we were right about that one. So, it will be just a foul, regular foul to be called against Ellie Orga. And that bucket will count, pero wala nang foul yun. Wala nang free throw, rather.
Nevertheless, abante na muli dito ang Antipolo JY Titans, 54 to 53. Ali off the feed from Victoria. So, 4 na sunod para dito sa Antipolo JY Titans to begin the third.
Victoria doing spectacular job in delivering or manning the offense on their end.
Patan off on that attempt. So, malamig ang panimula dito ng Muntinlupa. Sumikyab. Able to get it to Orga. Siya naman ang susubok. And gets another 3 para sa Antipolo JY Titans. 7-0 run.
Yeah, immediate 7-point contribution or participation here on the side of Antipolo. And Victoria leading the way with those assists, feeding his teammates dito sa ating chapter number 3. Meanwhile, Orga with that corner 3 forcing to call some time on the side of Muntinlupa.
Eight and 41 remaining dito sa ating third quarter. The Antipolo JY Titans with a 7-0 blast sa panimula ng ating second half of action. And maagang timeout. Kailangan itawag dito ni Coach RJ dahil ayaw mo rin naman na magtuloy-tuloy itong ganitong rhythm ng Antipolo JY Titans.
Yep, still no conversion yet on the side of Muntinlupa here in chapter number 3. They need to score some buckets.
Patan strong on that attempt, but first time in this ball game is Justin Naag ang may mga second half arrivals dito sa ating Muntinlupa bench.
Yeah, well, actually parang mas lumalim na yung bench dito sa side ng Muntinlupa. Probably may ibang games din yan.
Pwedeng nagsimba lang din muna sa may
Ay, nagkape muna.
nagkape muna. Masarap talaga dito sa Antipolo. Well, we both experienced how difficult it was to also get to our venue. So baka, ganun din na naging challenge ng mga bata. Orga straight away. Malakas. Picked up by Racines. Almost a steal from behind. Still scoreless here sa ang Muntinlupa sa ating third quarter. A little over 2 minutes gone by. Racines goes to the spin and the basket. Edu Racines, ang daming pinapakitang galaw sa atin.
Parang malilito ka na lang kung asan na si Racines eh. Again, in the first half, he was able to chip in some 3-pointers and right now, showing us some fancy moves with that finish.
A dozen now para kay Edu. Agustin, he will try for 3. Just a bit off. Takderan. Stolen away by Orga. Eluding his defenders. Nice drop pass. Shot is short though. Para kay Agustin. Scramble picked up by Muntinlupa. Patan kontra Orga. Trying to escape but stolen away. Counter steal though. Patan trying to fight for that leather.
Sayang, well, earlier Batan also securing that offensive rebound, just unable to get that finish. But speaking of the finishes, Racines with that spin move.
Hindi nagpatinag eh. Usually yung ibang players parang hahanap na lang ng foul kapag nakaramdam ng contact. Not the case para dito kay Edu Racines. Not a short. Put back still. Won't fall para kay Edu.
Really unlucky shots happening on the side of Muntinlupa with Eli Orga. Meanwhile, Lucky with that fast break points. Again, that was the strength of Muntinlupa in the first half. They were able to get 13 points from fast break opportunities. Pero ngayon, medyo missing their end.
Kailangan niyang mabalikan yung ganong klaseng opportunities. But this time around, as you pointed out, Daph, mukhang Antipolo yung gumagamit ng formula na yan.
For sure, isa yung sa mga napag-usapan nila during that halftime huddle for Coach Kim Chua.
Pull up para kay Sumikyab. It's another bucket para sa Antipolo. Now enjoying their biggest lead in this ball game. 8 na. Nahabol ng Muntinlupa, 63-55.
Parang di pa napabuti na dumami yung players dito on the side of Muntinlupa. Really an off third quarter so far.
Gaano sila kainit in that first half. Scoring 53 points, just 2. We're almost halfway through dito sa ating third period as Victoria adds 2 more to their lead. Now a double-digit advantage, 65-55. Bakan has to explode now. Naag through the lane. Blocking foul will be whistled kontra kay Sumikyab.
Just like that, already 10-point lead on the side of Antipolo.
Tingnan natin muli ang ating fast break of the game brought to us by Larga International Logistics Incorporated and Curdy Victoria. Mga ngiti lang kay Edo Racines.
Young guy with some big boy moves, talking about Curdy Victoria with 12 points so far in today's ball game. So imagine 3 players on the side of Antipolo with a double-digit showing already. Victoria with 12, Sumikyab with 11, Orga with 11. Meanwhile, for Muntinlupa naman, Batan with 14, Racines with 12.
Hinahanap nga natin kung sino pa ba ang pwedeng mag-chip in para dito sa Muntinlupa.
So no connection yet we are seeing with the insertion of Sorena, Naag, and Lakaba here in this ball game.
Tabilangon. We'll check back in. Racines. Pagpapahingayin muna dito. Go to the block. Agustin. Backing down his defender. Spins baseline. Trying to fish for the foul but still able to finish. Big boy move lang ang sinasabi natin. Tabi, huwag ka na lumayo pa.
Agustin na yan, no? Pamatic. Scoring that easy bucket underneath those moves.
Lead up to a dozen now. Naag, nasarahan. Put back. Still no goal for Muntinlupa. That was Isonera. Takbo na naman ang Antipolo. Victoria. Tough shot. Still getting a bucket. Naman ni Curdy Victoria. He just has that pep in his step. Picking up his offense dito sa ating third period. Already has 16.
All smiles for Curdy Victoria. He actually thought that shot would already be a miss, but still, that fadeaway jumper, good. That attempt. At ngayon, patuloy na lumalamang to side ng Antipolo, 69-55.
Looking to add to that, but a miscommunication there between Sumikyab and Agustin. But you can see how immediately, no, parang nag-usap na lang din sila na yup. Hindi nga tayo nakakonect doon. This was the move from Curdy Victoria. You just think na nasarahan mo na siya eh. Pero hindi, meron pa siyang counter move and that beautiful smile from Curdy.
But this is already a 17-2 run dito sa ating chapter number 3. Isang field goal pa lang ang nako-convert dito on the side of Muntinlupa.
Understop here para sa JY Titans. The struggles continue here for Muntinlupa. It's Victoria looking to drop it off. Trying to save it was Jacob Soriano, but ball goes back to Muntinlupa.
So that's the father of Victoria, Curdy Victoria. Also present here in the Antipolo Sports Hub, supporting his son.
Just love to see it, no? Todo suporta, especially on a weekend. Kung kaya naman eh, ang ganda rin ang nilalaro nito ni Curdy Victoria.
Inspired pala with the presence of his family.
Finally, an opportunity created here para sa Muntinlupa. This is Max Lakaba on the line. Didn't play in that first half of action. It's the third point for Muntinlupa here in our third period. 1 out of 2 para kay Lakaba. So still a 13-point lead enjoyed by the JY Titans. Victoria asking for it. Goes to San Gabriel. Look at that move. And still getting the jumper to fall. Ang hirap ng galaw nitong Antipolo.
Literally everything working out well on their end. A couple of attempts. Pero still, really working out on their end. Kaya naman patuloy ang kalamangan dito. 71 to 56. And earlier we talked about the father then of Gertie Victoria. So that's direct Randy Victoria of the PBA.
Imagine how much exposure ang nakukuha nito ni Curdy
Yeah.
sa high-level basketball. Bata ka pa lang, nakikita mo na. Couple more free throws para dito sa Muntinlupa. If ikaw naman ang Muntinlupa, this is certainly something that you need to take advantage of because the type of defense na binibigay nitong Antipolo in the game or in this quarter specifically, napakahirap talaga to get those attempts up. So if free throws ang ibibigay sa'yo, kailangan mo rin namang ihulog.
Okay, ito na yung chance mo para makapag-ambag ng puntos. And speaking of which, Tabilangon, 2 out of 2 from the charity stripe. And with that, 9 points in today's ball game. Pwedeng siya rin yung missing link dito on the side of Muntinlupa. Probably he could help out itong si Batan and Racines in the scoring.
The reverse won't fall para kay Sean, although there for the follow was Ali. Sorry, that was Jacob Soriano rather. Couple free throws coming up for the JY Titans. 11 of 21 so far in this ball game.
Jacob Soriano with 2 points so far, 4 rebounds and a bonus assist.
Couldn't get the first to fall. 13-point lead pa rin para dito sa Antipolo JY Titans. Trying to get their 10th victory dito sa ating season number 3. Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL, ang liga ng bawat batang Pilipino. 1 out of 2 para kay Jacob. Balik sa 14, kanilang kalamangan. 2 and 10 left here sa ating third. Breha trying to hit Isorena on that roll. Another turnover here para sa green shirts. Orga bibit-bit, almost an end one. Ready na mag-celebrate yung bata dun sa harap natin, Duffy.
Ready na Eli Orga with almost a basket and 1 chance. But still, they're up here, 14 points. Kanina sila naghahabol by a single point at the end of our first half. And just like that, the response which Coach Kim Chua is really anticipating for these young Gunners. 21-5 run here in quarter number 3.
We were talking about how Muntinlupa will be able to sustain yung kanilang performance in beginning pa lang ng laro. Talagang fast-paced, nakakasabay ka in this top team of Antipolo, but it appears na itong third period talagang biglang hindi mo naman mahanap yung opensa mo. But Antipolo is continuing on that onslaught. Biglang may separation na na-create.
Ibang gising yung nangyari sa kanila with that halftime break. Everyone really on a mission as we see that selfless sequence between Malquisto and San Gabriel.
Lead up to 18 now, the biggest so far para sa Antipolo JY Titans. The pull-up still won't fall para dito sa Muntinlupa. San Gabriel trying to wrestle that ball away, and yun na nga, matatawagin siya ng traveling violation. One of the rare turnovers here in the third quarter para sa Antipolo. Ilikot. Back in the ball game. Racines, uhugutin na rin muli.
Kailanganin talaga yung tulong dito ni Racines. This is already an 18-point lead on the side of Antipolo. Still trying to shut down, literally, itong side ng Muntinlupa.
Able to score just 5 points dito sa ating third period. Free throws na naman. Paparatayin para sa Muntinlupa. Ilikot.
Trying to take things slowly on the side of Muntinlupa from just attempting to go for those buckets from the charity stripe. Pero hindi magiging sapat yun. They really need to convert.
25 points sa first, 28 sa second, and only 6 dito sa ating third, although still a minute and 9 remaining. Orga almost getting the ball stolen from behind, stepping back to the left. Shot is off. Racines. Gets it to Ibarra. A lot of time to work with. Ibarra pa rin. Kick out. Tabilangon. Gets a 3 to fall. Better execution para sa Muntinlupa.
Much needed 3-pointer and field goal para dito sa side ng Muntinlupa with Tabilangon trying to remain alive on their end.
Lead down to 14. San Gabriel with a pull-up. That's short. Racines picks it up. About a 3-second shot clock, game clock difference. Racines through traffic gets another bucket. Hanggang walang... Alam niyo kung paano pa makahanap ng paraan eh. Talking about Edo Racines.
Stepping on the gas, no brakes para dito kay Racines.
Orga looking to answer. 3-pointer won't fall. Still 2 seconds remaining. Ibarra sidestepping his way through for 2. That's the way you wanna end the quarter if ikaw itong Muntinlupa. 4 straight. To cut the lead down to 10, 76-66 after Antipolo led by as much as 18. So look at some highlights brought to us, as always, by Chef's Magic.
Really a strong showing here on the side of Antipolo. Literally shutting down itong side ng Muntinlupa, outscoring 24-11. But dito in that final minute was when Muntinlupa knew that they need to respond by converting some points. Of course, Curdy Victoria with his confidence leading the way for Antipolo, and some selfless showing here led by Sean Malquisto as well.
Heading into the fourth and final quarter, it's a 10-point lead para sa Antipolo, 76-66. Just before we resume our fourth quarter of action, a look at our quarter scene stealer brought to us by Chef's Magic. Some lucky fans, young fans dito sa ating Antipolo Sports Hub. Of course, from tip-off to the final buzzer, every moment counts and so does every meal. Whether you're celebrating a win or just enjoying the game, Chef's Magic Condiments brings the flavor that makes every bite unforgettable. Chef's Magic, make every meal a magic moment. Bilangon missing on that reverse to begin the fourth period. Pinag-usapan nga natin, Daph, no? The ability of Muntinlupa to stay within arm's length as Victoria connects with Rivera. Balik na naman sa 12. Kalamangan nila.
You know, for Muntinlupa, they really need to start stronger here in this final 10 minutes of this ball game. Something that was absent in quarter number 3. They couldn't afford to allow Antipolo to continue to dominate this ball game if they really want this victory.
Ibarra will be called for a traveling violation. Even if after that shot did fall, sabi mo Daph, no? Parang it took them a good 8 minutes. So sabihin na natin 8.5 minutes bago nila nahanap yung rhythm ng opensa nila that Antipolo was able to shut down for most of that third period. Kaya nga, double digit pa rin ang hinahabol dito ng Muntinlupa.
You know, they couldn't afford to have some regrets talking about the side ng Muntinlupa, but right now, it seems like a deja vu what happened with this 4 straight points converted for Antipolo.
Curdy Victoria already has 18. Racines with his third 3-ball in this ball game. Siya naman ang nagbubuhat para dito sa Muntinlupa.
Tama na daw yung 4 straight points para dito sa side ng Antipolo. Racines quick to respond after that 3-pointer.
Victoria looking to answer. His shot is short. Lead at 11. Racines na naman. Directing traffic here para sa Muntinlupa. Tabilangon. Back to Racines. 10 to shoot. Pass stolen by Rivera, trying to give up a foul. No whistle. As Cordon, a sorry miss on that layup attempt.
Now went in and out. Talking about Cordon, everyone thought that would sail in already.
Siya pa nga matatawagan ng foul dito sa kabila.
That's his first personal foul.
Ibarra heads to the line for a couple. Palitan muna dito for Muntinlupa. Tabilangon will take a seat. Isonera rather. Back in the ball game.
Ito yung mga game changers din, no? Talking about itong si Dylan Ibarra. 7 points so far, although he missed that shot. First attempt from the free throw area, only averaging 2.1 points per game. Let's see if we could see more of him here in the fourth quarter.
Couldn't hit on that 3 after missing those 2 free throws. So still an 11-point advantage para sa JY Titans. 7:45 left dito sa ating fourth. All the time in the world para kay Victoria. Shot is off. Agustin picks up the rebound. Powers his way through for 2.
Literally big boy moves. Talking about Angelo Agustin.
Able to convert, no? Yung ganong level of play niya from the 14 under. Was part of that mythical team. Ito sa 16 under. Kaya pa rin niyang mangmama. Malquisto with a steal. Ahead to Sumikyab. Racines will be called for a foul.
Tinlupa have no choice so far but to have early fouls here in the fourth quarter to stop this momentum on the side of Antipolo. Again, at the end of the third quarter, they were able to create a mini run, making this or tripping it by just 10 points. Pero ito, Antipolo, ang bilis sumagot.
That's a type of team talaga nitong Antipolo na yes, you will go on that run. Pero yung respond din nila, hindi rin matagal bago nila ma-figure out. Outside shots though, not falling so far dito sa ating fourth period para sa JY Titans. Edikot. Now Batan. Shot clock down to 9. Another steal para sa Antipolo. Sumikyab, challenged by Racines. Contacts his our officials. Good show of sportsmanship there from Edu Racines and Sumikyab.
But that's gonna be the third personal foul already. Talking about itong si Ed Racines. Again, and just observing the steals here of Antipolo that really allowed them to separate in the third quarter. So far, 15 steals and Muntinlupa only having 9. And yung mga steals na yun, may mga conversion pang nagagawa itong Antipolo JY Titans.
1 of 2 para kay Sumikyab. Already has 12 points. Tripling ang kanyang season average. 83-69. 14-point lead para sa Antipolo. Approaching the 6.5 mark dito sa ating fourth and final quarter. We go back to Racines. Isonera. For a friend. Naag. Stolen by Victoria. Another fast break para dito sa Antipolo. Malquisto completes a touchdown.
Malquisto stepping on the gas in that fast break chance, making sure that he will not waste that opportunity from that steal, that assist galing dito kay Curdy Victoria, paving the way to convert another bucket.
Final 6 and 18 dito sa ating ball game. It's 85-69. A 16-point lead para dito sa Antipolo JY Titans. Despite several attempts itong Muntinlupang makalapit, Daph, sabi mo nga, in that mini run to end the third period, able to cut the lead down to 10. At the beginning of this fourth period, deja vu, like you pointed out, in that third period, mabagal na naman ang panimula dito ng Muntinlupa.
Yun na nga, again, during the first half, Coach RJ was trying to shuffle 9 players and then dumating na rin yung ibang pang players para tumulong dito pero mukhang hindi ba yun yung outcome na in-anticipate nila here the second half.
In that 20 points now para kay Victoria. Matching the biggest lead now for the JY Titans at 18, 87-69. Batan for 3. That's short. Almost another opportunity for Muntinlupa, but stepping on the baseline was Naag. Take another look at that Victoria escape. Just smooth. Yung galaw talaga nito ni Curdy Victoria.
Imagine the defense of Muntinlupa just really allowing Curdy Victoria to go for that drive. Literal na parang pinanood na lang nila yung atake na yon ni Curdy.
They go back to Victoria. Trying to play a two-man game with Agustin. Through the middle. Kick out. Pull up. Sumikyab. Shot is short. Takbo tayo sa kabila. Batan will run out of room. So even those types of opportunities, hindi talaga makakapitalize itong Muntinlupa. This time around, it's a JY Titans turn to call for a timeout. Look at once again, lucky fans na mag-uwi ng ating Chef's Magic Condiments. From tip-off to the final buzzer, every moment counts and so does every meal. Whether you're celebrating a win or just enjoying the game, Chef's Magic Condiments brings the flavor that makes every bite unforgettable. Chef's Magic, make every meal a magic moment.
Yep, that magic moment is necessary on the side of Muntinlupa if they want to get their spark back on how they performed in the first two quarters of this ball game.
Tale of two halves talaga, Daphne. No? Imagine putting up 53 points in the first half alone. Limited to 13 in that third period. And 3 puntos lamang na itatala nila dito sa ating fourth quarter. Just halfway through our payoff period. Dadagdag pa sa kanilang problema itong si Cortez.
Not really the response which Coach RJ Cabangot was looking for right after calling for that timeout. Cortez with an immediate bucket, left all alone.
Now the biggest lead para sa Antipolo at 20, 89-69. Good fake and the finish para dito kay Zaijan Takderan.
Much needed bucket here. Ang about Takderan with that finish. Chipping in 6 points with 5 rebounds so far. But they gotta get down immediately and stop this offense of Antipolo.
Confidence talaga ng Antipolo, especially here in the second half. Parang ito yung Antipolo na kilala natin, Daphne. In that first half, well, we would say na it's a bit uncharacteristic that they are trailing at the half. I'm sure Coach Kim Chua may hinatid na mensahe dito sa mga bata, and they immediately turned it on to begin that third.
Now, for sure they were alarmed, no? It was also for sure sort of a reminder for them that they are in the number 1 seed, so they shouldn't allow that kind of performance na ganun lang kadikitan. 53-52 sila pa yung, down by a single point. That's why it was really a complete different story here in the second half.
Parang nagpakilala bigla. And home court advantage din ang gusto nilang i-defend dito. Just a lone loss for Antipolo so far as Batan gets the 3-pointer to go. Trying to egg on his teammates to go on this one big run.
Yup, Batan, really wide open 3-pointer. 17 points in today's ball game. Tabla na sila ni Racines with 17 apiece.
Traveling violation called against Victoria. That's a stop you're looking for as well. If ikaw naman ito Muntinlupa, time no longer on your side. Kailangan talaga minimize mo na yung production dito ng Antipolo and try to get some points up for yourself.
Oh, this is a 15-point lead on the side of Antipolo. With only 3 minutes and 45 seconds, paano makakabuo dito ng opensa itong side ng Muntinlupa with Batan? I guess he'll be having 3 shots from the line.
Yan naman ang foul na hindi mo gustong ibigay if ikaw si Agustin, knowing that the clock will be stopped. So may opportunity pa rin maibabain yung kalamangan as we see Batan getting the first free throw. Has a couple more coming his way. This is one kid that has played excellent here para sa Muntinlupa. Even in that first period, mag-isa siya sa talagang nakasabay dito in terms of production. 3 out of 3. Personal 6-0 run here para kay Andre Bathan. Lead down to a dozen, 89 to 77.
Wasting the chance. Talking about Tumbatan from the charity stripe. 3 out of 3. Sabi mo nga, personal 6-0 run. Let's see if pwede pa yan matuloy on the side of Muntinlupa.
Orga, babawi ba? Babawi nga! Eli Orga! Kinaril pa ang crowd dito sa likod ng Antipolo.
Nabaril pa itong si Eli Orga with that response with a 3-pointer. 92 to 77.
Spatan. Hounded by San Gabriel. It will stay with Muntinlupa. Shot clock is down to 9. Take another look at that attempt from Orga. Couple of players closing out. Doesn't matter para kay Eli. Trying to return the favor kay Sumikyab. Couldn't finish off the glass. Tapik. Babalik ang bola sa Muntinlupa.
Great stop on the side of Muntinlupa. Another chance for them
There's
to
3
chip
to
in
play.
some points here.
So a 15-point lead enjoyed here by the JY Titans. Bathan will try once more. That time too strong. Long rebound picked up by Naag. Bouncing it off San Gabriel. A great heads-up play there para kay Naag. This is Tabilangon. Checking back in the ball game para sa Muntinlupa. Pass just a bit too high. Racines couldn't get the leather back. San Gabriel lumipad, finishing with the left.
It's already wide gap for Antipolo. Really pulling away, not just in the third quarter, but making sure that they will also end strong here in chapter number 4.
Just winning basketball itong Antipolo JY Titans. Because yes, this is a lopsided ball game, Daft, di ba? 17 na ang kalamangan nila dito, but if ngayon ka lang nag-tune in, you would think na blowout na to kanina pa, which wasn't really the case. Lumang pa nga yung Muntinlupa at the end of the first half, 53 to 52. It was only here in the second half where Antipolo just locked down yung production ng Muntinlupa, created that separation, and the lowest the lead has been was, I believe, 10 points, no? So hindi rin talaga nababa or nakalapit ng tuluyan itong Muntinlupa.
Pero sayang din yung ginawa nilang run in that latter part of the third quarter from that 17-point lead, making it down to just 10. Pero, you know, not the expectation we wanted here in the fourth quarter on how they started it as well.
We did mention that these two teams just might see each other in the opening round of our playoffs. Gawa nga ng number 1 in the team standings itong Antipolo, as we see another bucket from Eli Orga.
Grabe, showing his all, talking about Eli Orga, not just his outside shots, but also yung mga drive niya.
Mukhang crowd favorite din dun si Eli sa Antipolo Sports.
Yeah.
Ano naman yung galaw na yun? Jelly. The Antipolo JY Titans will call for a timeout. Still up by 21 with a minute and 41 left in this game. Back with a final minute and 41 dito sa ating ball game. Eli Orga and the rest of the Antipolo JY Titans up by 21 big points. And to make matters worse, off that timeout, a backward violation pa ang tatawag kontra Muntinlupa.
Really a lot change dito sa ating second half on the side of Muntinlupa. Those fast break points, which was their advantage or strength during the first two quarters, all of a sudden, eto, Antipolo was quick to answer back. Nagtablat na tayo dito sa fast break points ng 16. Again, 12 yung meron on the side of Muntinlupa at the end of our first two quarters.
Talagang yung fast break attack nitong Muntinlupa neutralized dito sa ating second half. You see the adjustment din talaga na itong JY Titans. Try to remove yung weapon na yon. Dahil a lot of the opportunities that Muntinlupa were able to create in that first 2 periods.
Speaking of that opportunities, 18 second chance points as well for Antipolo, courtesy of those several snatches, yung mga ball deflections nila, paving the way to get another victory, I guess, here on this ball game.
Well on their way to get their 10th victory out of 11 outings itong Antipolo JY Titans. Ikaw naman ang Muntinlupa, still an opportunity for you to get to the next round. You will slide to 4-6. Pero you can take some positives with you, I would say, no? Dahil in that first 2 quarters nga, that was a hard fall from Takderan.
Hindi naman ako very slight doon, Sir Jaime.
Well, can't blame you dahil yun nga, it was a very awkward fall para kay Takderan. But he is back on his own 2 feet. It was a traveling violation. Well, kung ako yun, Daph, siguro, I'll see you December na siguro. Pero kita mo, pinagpag lang ni Takderan.
Yeah, like nothing happened.
Good show of sportsmanship as well. San Gabriel was just trying to carve some space, but instead was called for that turnover. Final 34 seconds dito sa ating ball game, which appears to be all but secured para dito sa Antipolo JY Titans. They have a couple more games coming this Saturday, yung 18 under division, saan napakadami nating fans parati. Hindi ko alam kung bakit.
And also later on, may 21 under pa tayo. Really an exciting matchup to anticipate for this Saturday night, especially with Antipolo hoping to bounce back right after their opening loss to San Pedro for the 21 under division. Overtime yun. So really an interesting matchup. Later on, as they'll go up against Las Piñas Braves.
If you are in the area, free admission lamang po. So Antipolo Sports Hub to support your hometown team of the JY Titans. As the final buzzer will sound, it will be a 100-77 victory for the first place team of the Antipolo JY Titans. Tuloy pa rin ang kanilang ligaya dito sa ating season number 3 of Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL, ang liga ng bawat batang Pilipino. One of the longest buzzers that I've heard so far dito sa ating liga. Loving it. Of course, some post-game awards coming our way. As always, ang ating Chef's Magic Best Player of the Ball Game. We also have ating The Hustle Club Defensive Player of the Game and ang ating Don Benito's Assist Man of the Game. Our very own Daphne Cristobal will have a conversation with our Chef's Magic Player of the Game in just a bit. 100-77 nga ang ating magiging final score. Antipolo getting victory numero 10 sa ating pangatlong season. Samantalang for Muntinlupa, they will now slide to 4-6 in our team standings. Still in a position to get through to our next round, possibly a play-in situation for them. Pero may chance pa to hold on to that 7th spot, so they will no longer have to go through that play-in scenario. So we just are awaiting yung ating
on this victory. 10-1 kayo at the end of our elimination round. Pero balikan muna natin yung pangyayari in today's ball game. During the second quarter, you were called for an unsportsmanlike foul, and unfortunately, you need to rest for 3 minutes during that quarter. Anong klaseng point of view yung nagbago dun sa pagbabalik mo?
Siyempre po, dikit po yung laban nun eh. Kaya inisip ko lang po na mag-focus po ako sa game at wala na pong sa outside ng basketball court. And kinalma ko lang po yung sarili ko na sabi ko po, pagpasok ko po ay bibigay ko na po yung best ko.
And nakita naman natin yun, Curdy. But of course, it was really a close match in the first 2 quarters. Pero ano yung sinabi sa inyo ni Coach Kim that really changed in the second half? Kaya nagkaroon kayo ng magandang run?
Sinabi lang na naman po ni Coach Kim na laruin lang po namin yung laro namin. Siyempre, nasa home court po tayo, bawal po tayo dito. Kaya Yun lang po.
Well, more than the fun, at least you guys also committed to get this victory. Meron ka bang gustong pasalamatan? Yung family mo also present to support you.
Una po, kay Lord, thank you po kay Lord. And kay Boss JY, Boss Rafi, Mayor June Inares, and Ma'am Gazelle, and the Rusin family, Pakris family, Coach Hilboy de Guzman, Cordova family, Victoria family, Chudosho family, and Tonggol family. At sa girlfriend ko po, si Ellie.
Again, Curdy, congratulations for being our Chef's Magic Best Player of the Game. Also, in a while, makikilala din po natin ang ating Hustle Club Defensive Player of the Game, pati na rin po ang ating Don Benitas, Assist Man of the Game. Back to you, sir.
Maraming salamat, Daphne, and congratulations once again, Curdy Victoria, for being our Chef's Magic Player of the Game. Edu Racines naman ang ating ihiranging Hustle Club Defensive Player of the Game. 8 rebounds and a steal despite the losing effort for this young kid from Muntinlupa. Ang ating Don Benito's Assist Man of the Game naman is Sean Malquisto. He will have 6 assists to his name, setting up the offense here para sa Antipolo and securing the victory para sa JY Titans. That will be a wrap for the 16-under matchup between Antipolo and Muntinlupa. One more coming the way, this time in the 18-under division. Magpapaalam lang kami saglit. More of Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL when we return.
Liga ng bayan na to, mga kabataan na sugod, Junior MPBL para sa'yo. Ang liga ng bawat batang Pilipino, liga ng bayan na to. Klaro na to, huwag kang sumuko sa gustong gawin. Isang pangarap, isang tagumpay, yeah. Gabay at pag-asa ng bayan, landas pagbabago, pag-asa, ikaw ang mahalaga. Iba't iba, pero isang halaga. Nagkakaisa, nagmamahalan, nagtutulungan. Liga ng bayan na to, mga kabataan na subo.